Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share our experience in this very exciting journey to improve our corporate governance and implementing the document management system that we have, and also a few words I'll have also on our future plans. So, as you mentioned, Conexus Baltic Grid is operating a rather strategic project, and that is the underground gas storage facility in inch counts, and also the transmission system that connects this storage to the neighboring countries, and also to the distribution system that supplies all the companies and population with natural gas. I will start with a few words about the operations we are having there. So, inch counts underground gas storage is a very unique geological structure that is actually 700 to 800 deep underground. It is artificially created natural gas deposit in a porous sandstone, and the total capacity that is supplied with this underground gas storage is 24 terawatt hours, and that is almost twice as much as annual consumption of Latvian natural gas. So the storage is very large, and as due to that, also our neighbors can utilize this asset and have have those benefits that storage is providing. Storage is seasonal storage, which means that during the summer the gas is injected into the storage, and during the winter, when the consumption is the highest, the gas is withdrawn and supplied to the users of natural gas. The storage facility is regulated by tariffs, and that is also some implications to the information I'll provide to you later. The second segment we are operating is the transmission system that consists of almost 1,200 kilometers of pipelines. The transmission system is connected with Lithuanian, Estonian, and Russian transmission systems. We are operating about 40 gas regulation stations that are connected to the distribution system that provides gas to the end users in the whole Latvia. The transmission tariffs are also regulated by Public Utility Commission, and that is a quite lengthy process to have them approved, and requires a lot of documents and transparency and disclosure of information. The new thing that has been developed by Conexus and the neighboring transmission system operators, and started operation from the 1st of January, is the single gas market. So we as small countries are rather dependent on the expenses of natural gas, and thus it is very important to have a larger market, to have flexibility in the energy market, and to reduce costs that are created inside this small area we are living in. So from 1st of January, one natural gas market is formed by Latvia, Estonia, and Finland, which means that traders can get the natural gas into this area and then transfer to between or among the countries without additional costs. There is a new infrastructure object that has been finished at the end of 2019, and that is the Baltic connector that connects Estonia and Finland, which means that the Inčukalns gas storage now is available also for Finnish trader, and that has really strategic benefits for Latvian users, as the asset that is located in Latvia is serving also Estonian and Finnish markets, thus reducing the costs of having this energy supply for also Latvian traders. Besides, we also have one single platform that is serving the gas traders in this one single natural gas market, which means that we are serving traders also in Finland and Estonia. Conexus Baltic Grid is a closed emission joint stock company, and we have more than 4,800 shareholders. Although the two largest ones hold more than 97%, still we have these shareholders, and they are the shareholders of the company, which means that we have to comply to the corporate governance principles for joint stock companies. Another important issue here is that our major shareholder is state-owned electricity transmission system operator, or Aussprieguma tīkls, that holds 68%. We have also an investment fund that is run by Japanese partners, and that is very important shareholder, very important investor for Latvia, as that is the first and largest Japanese investment in Latvia. We have a two-tier governance system, which means that we have supervisory council consisting of 7 members, and we have management board with 3 members. All this structure requires compliance with corporate governance principles, so which means that we have to ensure the shareholder rights for not only for the 2 major shareholders, but also for the small almost 5,000 shareholders, and that means that we have to ensure that all these persons get the information in a timely manner and in a full amount, so that they can make their decisions that are that has to be made in shareholder meetings. We have clear responsibilities of supervisory council that is also had to be managed by and provided by the management. So it's full information that is needed for supervisory council to make their decisions, to prepare the strategy, and to supervise the operations, the activities of the management board. The management board responsibilities are also rather clear, and here it's already connected to the everyday life. So we as a joint stock company, operating in the regulated markets and also operating very closely with a lot of different stakeholders, need to have a clear responsibilities, clear decision-making process, transparency, and also disclosure of the information, so that the stakeholders understand and how we are making our decisions, and how we ensure that the operations of the company are complying with a lot of regulations that are related to the gas business, to the European regulations of gas markets, to the regulations of transmission system operators. To support all these principles of corporate governance, we have implemented a document management system internally called EDUS. And that is the system that helps us to make these principles to bring them to life, to make the clear decision making process not only for management board or for supervisory council to supervise, but also for heads of departments and employees that are actually performing everyday tasks, and they need the developments and decisions by the management to improve and develop their activities. This system also helps us to clearly understand what are the responsibilities of the persons involved in the decision-making process. It improves the transparency and efficiency. So as I mentioned, we are highly regulated, and all our revenues actually come from regulated business, regulated revenues, which means that there are a lot of institutions that can and do control us and do audit us. So to improve the efficiency, all the documents and processes should be documented from the first day, so that when it is needed, all the decision-making process and underlying documents are in place and easy to provide for the companies that or stakeholders that are controlling us. And yes, also an important aspect was that when we implemented this document management system, we also wanted to reduce the administrative expenses that is related to the printing of documents, carrying these documents around the 3 locations that we have. It's Inčukalns, and we had 2 also in Riga. So there were drivers actually carrying these documents around to get approval from different levels of management. So we also realized some administrative expense reductions. When we made the decision to implement the document management system, there were actually 2 very important choices to make. One was about the platform or the system, the digital or technological solution on which we will build this system, and as documents themselves and document management is not our core business. So we didn't want to have a certain competitive advantage on managing documents. That's why we wanted to have a global system that's actually their competitive advantage is the best practice in document management. So that's why we chose OpenText. That is a global system, and we consider that they have the best practice that is available in the world, and they will make their developments on their own. So meaning that we will not have to invest in reaching these or going to the even best practice, because they will do that themselves, as that is their core business. And the second very important decision was to make on the partner that would help us to implement this system. And we chose Digital Mind, as they showed that they have the experience to share. So they had customers before us on implementing the document management systems in other Latvian companies. So we wanted to have the these experience, to get this experience, we wanted to not to, so to say, to get the child diseases again. So before that, they had that, so we wanted to have already the ready product. And even more important aspect was that we felt that they are ready to discuss and argue with us, as what we have experienced is that sometimes these IT companies are ready to do anything the customer asks for, and that is a rather tricky way to go, as management is not able to control or to be in all necessary discussions and processes that are involved in the implementation of document management system. So that's why we needed a partner that would argue with us, discuss with us, and will not let us copy inefficiencies from the the historical habits and the historical situations that we don't want to have in the new system. We implemented several modules, so we have a very nice module that helps us to organize all the council and board meetings, which means that the people the employees can prepare the documents for the management. They can add to the documents all the necessary information that is already in the system, like incoming letters, contracts, procurements, and so on. So in the system, as you can see on the bottom of the slide, everybody can see their tasks. They can have a look on the process, in which stage we are in this process. We can search for the related documents that are in the system, so that we can find all the information that is needed for this decision making. We have all the procurement procedures in this system, all the contract signing procedures, so that actually we can sign the documents in the system with signing services, and it doesn't really matter at which time and place we are doing that. So after we implemented the system, and when the pandemic started a year ago, it was a few hours time that we could, all the administrative part could go there to do their homes and do their work without any problems, and actually it was not really noticeable that something changed. Yes, then implementing the document management system is not end of story, and we realized that this new system actually brings a lot of more ideas, a lot of more necessary developments for integration of document management system with other systems. So we had quite long discussions internally, and we developed 5 SMART principles for our digitalization project. So in Latvian, we use the words with starting letter V, but in English it's all, so which means that we want to have all information digitalized. And digital actually means that it's available and manageable in a more modern way. Very important factor was once, so to get people involved in the process, so we wanted to have to bring them the benefit, and which means that the information in the system is entered once, and once it's entered, everybody else can access this information automatically, always and anywhere, it means that the information is always accessible, as we have a dispatch center that works 24/7. It means that they have to access this information anytime and anywhere. It means that employees are accessing the information they need in any place where they are performing their duties, and that's related to also to the transmission network that we have, as that is gas network, so it's outside the populous areas in the woods and swamps, so they can access the necessary information there as well. And a very important factor that we were discussing is that the access to the information should be easy, as we have a lot of engineers that actually work with their hands and not digitally native, so to say. So it was very important that the information access is intuitive and user-friendly. So that's why I put here a very simple scheme that there is an input of the information, so it should be easy accessed. There should be a clear way how to add value to this information, and then we move this information further. And on the right bottom corner, you see the system that we are now developing. That is the integration of the different systems that we have in Conexus that should follow these principles, so that information is available there. The customers, the employees are there to add value to that information, and then it goes to the next system where it's used for another employees or another processes.
Yeah.
So yes, that was in a very fast about our experience. So I'm now ready for your questions.
It was fast, yeah. But I know it was fast, and yes, time is money, and then of course attention. Also, we want to make that the listeners and participants really get all the today's agenda. So Martin, I will ask only one question. So how this digitalization reflects to the company strategy? How?
Yes, well, we have developed our strategy, of course, and it has been approved by our supervisory council, and it states three major goals that has our company, and that is the secure and safe operation of our infrastructure objects. That's obviously because the gas as an energy source is quite a flammable, yes, and so of course the safety and security is the first task. The second is related to the inch-count gas storage, and that is the unique asset that we want to utilize as much as possible. So the market development is the second goal of Conexus. And the third one, as we are regulated and actually our costs are covered by end users, and that is all the society that uses gas for heating or preparing their food. So we have to be efficient in our operations. These are our main goals of the company. Digitalization actually is all around that, because we cannot have modern secure systems without digital solutions. We cannot have a market development if we are not modern with our partners that are in neighboring countries. And of course, efficiency currently is not possible with solutions that are fast, available, and efficient and digital. So the digitalization is all around our main goals of the company.
Yes, thank you. And it's really, really great to hear that such a, I would say, big and strategic company thinks like that. And it's great. And it's very pleasure to be here. Thank you with you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for your time and giving this opportunity.
Yes, I think listeners will be some questions. I will ask it later. Okay?
Thank you.
Mārtiņš. Thanks.